Okay, so there's this palpable energy, this real buzz coming out of Hong Kong recently. And it's all centering on the global P-pop group, SB19. Huge success story brewing there.
It really is. And it's fascinating because it's not just about, a sold-out concert. There's more to it.
Exactly. That's what we want to get into. So our deep dive today starts with SB19's Simula at Woka's World Tour shows in Hong Kong.
Right, the ones scheduled for September 13th and 14th.
Yeah. And the big news, the headline really, is that both nights sold out.
And not just sold out, but incredibly fast.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Reports say tickets were gone in minutes. It's just, wow, an amazing show of force from their fans.
That speed, it tells you so much. It's more than just popularity, right? It points to this really intense devotion from their global fan base.
Especially the Hong Kong Atten, their local fan base chapter there. They definitely showed up.
Oh, absolutely. Showed up big time is probably an understatement. When tickets vanish that quickly, it signals a really deep connection. It's not just casual listening.
For sure. It felt like a coordinated effort almost. So for this deep dive, we're impressed by the sellout, but we want to dig deeper. What does this lightning-fast success really tell us about SB19's global impact? Where does this fit in the bigger picture of P-pop taking off internationally?
And there's that other layer you mentioned.
Right. And maybe the most interesting part is an unexpected, really quite heartwarming community angle that makes the whole thing, much more significant than just ticket sales. Which actually leads us perfectly into the other part of this story.
Yeah.
The part that honestly really stood out to me.
The giveaway.
Yes. Just when you think it's all about commercial success, global reach, boom, we find out about this free ticket giveaway connected to the concerts.
And importantly, it's sponsored by the Li Ka-shing Foundation. That's not insignificant.
Explain that a bit. Why is the foundation's involvement key here?
Well, the Li Ka-shing Foundation it's huge. One of the biggest private charities in Asia, maybe the world, known for major work in education, health, culture.
Okay, so a major player.
Right. Their involvement isn't just writing a check. It's like a stamp of approval. It says they see the cultural value here, and they want to partner specifically to give back to a certain community. It adds weight, a layer of seriousness to the whole thing.
And who they decided to give back to. That's the really powerful part.
Absolutely.
These free tickets are exclusively for Filipino migrant domestic workers. Think about that. Not a random draw. A targeted gesture for this specific group. People working incredibly hard, often far from home, maybe facing tough situations. For many, a big concert like this, it's just not something they'd normally get to experience.
It's incredibly thoughtful. It connects the band's success, this big cultural celebration, directly back to a community that's, often working behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Filipino domestic workers in Hong Kong are vital, sending support home, but often with long hours, not much downtime, maybe feeling disconnected from home culture.
So offering them a chance to see SB19 live, their first ever concert, Simula at Woka's World Tour in Hong Kong. Which makes you wonder, right? This sort of dual thing happening, the massive commercial demand, tickets flying off the shelf, and this very specific, thoughtful community support. What does that tell us about where things might be heading, like in global entertainment?
That's a great question.
It can be about identity, belonging, especially for people far from home.
It absolutely does.
So let's quickly recap the main threads here for everyone listening.
Sure.
First, you've got the undeniable proof of SB19's power and their passionate global fan base, the Atten, evidenced by those Hong Kong shows selling out completely.
Yeah.
In minutes.
A huge testament to their reach and the fans' dedication, especially the Hong Kong Atten.
And second, woven into that success story is this incredibly moving community initiative. Free tickets, thanks to the Li Ka-shing Foundation, specifically for Filipino migrant domestic workers.
Yeah, a really powerful act of inclusion, appreciation, and cultural connection, giving them an unforgettable night.
Right. So the whole thing together is just this brilliant example of how massive success doesn't have to be separate from community roots and real cultural impact. It shows they can go hand in hand.
It really does. It suggests a potentially more holistic view of what stardom can mean today.
Which leaves us, and you listening, with a final thought to sort of chew on. How do acts like SB19, who managed to balance this huge global popularity, this upward trajectory, with such specific, thoughtful community work, how might they be changing the game? Are they redefining the blueprint for what a global artist looks like in the 21st century?
Yeah, and what does it add to our ideas about fandom, about cultural celebration when it's tied so closely to, social conscience and giving back?
Does it create a deeper connection, a different kind of loyalty?
And maybe how does this inspire the next wave of artists to think about their impact beyond the charts? Lots to think about there.
Definitely something to mull over. Thanks so much for joining us on this new dive today.
My pleasure.
We'll catch you next time.